So it's moving from one guy to the next click, to the next click, to the next click, to a point of you don't recognize yourself anymore. And unfortunately, at the age of 30, 35, it is very difficult to build relationships with anybody else that is different from what you know. So coming from this culture and you want to build relationships with girls who have been in school for 10 years and all they want to talk about is research, their thesis, they're pursuing PhDs, they are traveling abroad to go to Harvard and all of those things, you feel less than. So you will disappear from the space as a whole. You will not want to engage. Family has certainly at some point become an issue because you don't have that family connection anymore. I mean, if you stay in Sandton, your family comes from Benoni, and they somehow found out what you're doing, they usually get cut off. Because parents do see it as prostitution. Does not matter how many terminologies we have placed on this, families still see it as prostitution. And some kids do get blackballed from their own families. That's why it's very hard to even go back to anything, because you're thinking, I have done this for 10 years. How will I go home with nothing when my mother used to benefit from what I'm doing? I used to send the 5Ks home, but she didn't know how I got it. But once she knew how I got it, it's either it went two ways. It's either she pimped you out herself and condoned what you were doing so that she inherits what you're doing in terms of financial stability, or you got disowned. So it's those two realities. And unfortunately for many, they get disowned because parents are pastors, they're community leaders, they've got jobs somewhere. They don't want to be aligned with a girl who is going from party to party to party. And social media shows that. If your child is online posting this big club life and you are an executive somewhere as a parent, you do not want to get associated with that. In a way, you disown your own child because of your own reputation. And sometimes it's shame as well. And unfortunately, we inherit what apartheid has done to our parents. Our parents have lived what we are living now in one way or another. They were enslaved, they were raped, they were used many times by their own husbands and family relatives. So they see their daughters and sons going through exactly what they used to go through, but in a different form. And it's just that it's heightened. So when a mother says, you can't date an older guy, her own father dated an older guy. It's like she was the product of that.